Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zane, better known as the King Bahamut, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy I on the NES. In the last episode, we conquered the floating castle and defeated the Fiend of Air, Tiamat. And in this episode, we have restored all 4 of our Orbs of Light, and there's only one challenge left to us. All of the elemental energies are converging here at the Temple of Fiends, and so, if we enter this dungeon, we'll be able to confront the source of all the world's problems, and see if we can maybe bonk it over the head a little bit with our sword. So, before we go in, my characters are all level 30. I recommend being at least level 25 before you enter this final challenge. This is what everyone's spell layout is looking like. You obviously don't need all of this. This is what everyone's equipped weapon is. This is what everyone's armor is currently looking like. And yeah, that's pretty much how everything is going. So, it's time. Let's begin the final dungeon, which coincidentally happens to be the first dungeon that we traveled through all those episodes ago. Talk to the bats. You must travel back in time 2,000 years. Now with the orb shining, stand in the time gate. We are the 5 lost Sky Warriors. 400 years ago, we battled against the cause of the world's destruction. When the 4 orbs cover the black orb in the center of the palace, the time gate can open. Help! The fiend's curse turned us into bats. With the orb shining anew, we again can speak. The 4 fiends' power is rooted 2,000 years ago. The real enemy is in that time. So, that's what we gotta do. The 4 orbs now cover the black orb. To take a step forward is to go back 2,000 years in time. Well, nothing to it. Let's go. So yeah, we are now back in the Temple of Fiends in the past. I'm just gonna warn you right now, the Temple of Fiends in the past, you are not getting out of this dungeon unless you have the exit spell, or you're on the top floor of the palace and use the warp spell. So I recommend saving at least 1 charge of that, just in case you feel compelled to get out of this dungeon, which you may very well feel compelled to do so. Also, I recommend running from as many encounters as you can, because there are a lot of bosses in the past Temple of the Fiends. And you're gonna want to conserve as much of your resources as you possibly can. So. But anyways, go down this set of stairs. And then up this set of stairs. I really hope I'm doing this correctly. Temple of Fiends in the past. There are, as you can very clearly see, a lot of strong monsters here. We have 4 freaking gas dragons in this one battle alone. And they all have party-wide damage, so yeah, this is no walk in the park, but at least we get the awesome Sea Shrine music as the background music for this dungeon, which I very much approve of. Apparently, the Sea Shrine music is just the Temple of Chaos, the original Temple of Chaos music in a different key, or at least that's what the Wikipedia page for this game says. And this battle is going to be stubborn about letting me run away, so I might as well just take my losses and see if I can hit him with all I got. I'm probably going to be cutting away from battles a lot, from random encounters a lot in this dungeon, because, well, if considering my luck with how many random encounters I tend to get, and my luck with how they tend to go, might be for the best. considering that we have 4 fucking gas dragons here, and the game is being very stubborn about letting us run away from this battle. But thankfully, we have Brian and his Excalibur. And we have the Bane Sword, which, well, admittedly isn't doing jack shit. Oh, this is... Jeez, this battle is going south on us very quickly. Like, I had bad luck with not being able to run away from the battle. I'm having bad luck with the frickin' gas dragons just spamming their poison attack and completely depleting my HP. Yeah, I'm already down to double-digit HP on my character. Honestly, I might just consider this this trek through the temple to be a wash. Or at least I would say that if I wasn't already so jazzed about going through it, but man, this is not a good omen for how this dungeon is gonna go. Alright, so cast heal 2 while we are still in the middle of this battle, because that way I can get at least a nice chunk of my HP back. There we go, that's more like it. Still not exactly ideal. Alright, that's 3. Is that 4? That's not 4. And he gets one last poison attack in. Oh boy, I can already tell this is going to be a trip. I have had crappy luck with pretty much all of the dungeons in this game at some point or another. Which I can't say I'm surprised, but well, at least we get 4,000 or so experience from that, which is actually, I mean, that's amazing, honestly. But I'm also having to use 2 level 7 spell charges from Risa right out of the gate, so make of that what you will. I think I may just take this random battle to look up my guide on where it is I need to go for treasures in this dungeon, because I do not want to be stumbling around here. So I will see you in just a minute. So it turns out that frickin' gas dragons are really not fond of letting you run away from battles. And it also turns out that they are very fond of spamming that poison attack until you have goddamn no HP left. Which I can't say I'm surprised, considering that all of their other physical attacks have generally been missing a lot of my characters, but it's still goddamn annoying. And I wouldn't be so cross about this, except that the game is throwing parties of 4 of them at a time, and this is like the first proper floor of the dungeon. Like, technically it's the 3rd floor of the dungeon, but, it might as well be the first real floor that you're traversing, the first floor where you're gonna have to be exploring for treasure and shit like that. Yeah, see, it's like they all 3 used the fucking poison attack. It's like, how am I supposed to keep up with the healing when I'm trying to save on resources? I do not like this, in case you could not tell. No, Risa, you use heal 2, because we are still in battle. And Lewis, you use the black shirt again, because at the very least they seem to have a bit more of a weakness to ice. I don't know if they're actually weak to it or not, but you see what I'm saying about this dungeon being kind of a bitch. It's like, you want to save on resources, but enemies are sure not gonna make that an easy thing for you. Come on, just let me move so I can get this battle over with. Alright. That's one. Alright, so please heal us. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Can we please go 2 steps without running into another bunch of gas dragons? I have used over 20 heal potions in order to get through this dungeon. And you know what? We got a mini-boss right here. This is the Phantom. Remember that eye monster back all the way in the ice cave? Well, this is basically like that guy. The good news is that he's technically an undead enemy, so we can just pelt him with fire and harm spells, and that will hopefully allow us to defeat him a little bit easier, which is, I may just need to just pelt him with magic, because he seems to really like not taking a whole lot of damage from physical attacks. But then again, it's 1 against 4, and unlike... Okay, but we only get 1 experience point for that. What the hell? But at least we get a nice chunk of gold there. And in this chest is... Well, that's I think 100,000 straight up. So this thing here, I don't remember if this is where we're supposed to go, or if there's anything else in this room that we need to get first. Give me a moment. Okay, so yeah, this is where we're supposed to go, and there's not anything else in this room. So for this thing, use the lute. The tune plays, revealing a stairway. And with that, the thing blocking our progress is out of the way. So now we begin the dungeon proper. I don't think these rooms have anything in them, but I'm going to double check anyways, and run into enemies along the way. Oh, at least it's... well, at least this time it's just zombie dragons, which, honestly, a lot less dangerous than all of the other enemies we've been fighting. And actually not too bad to fight, considering that we have a bunch of equipment that casts magic that these guys are weak to. So, that's something. Actually, while we're waiting for this this battle to go by, I have a funny story about recording this episode. So, as I said at the end of the last episode, I decided to go ahead and do a nice big old batch of grinding to get myself up to level 30. But when the thing is that when I finished that grinding session to get myself to level 30 and get all of the magics that I wanted, I forgot to save, to create a save state, saving my progress, so I had to do all of the grinding all over again before, right before I think. And I actually started recording this episode, and I realized, oh shit, I did not save my progress. So I had to do another 20 minutes of grinding, getting back to where I was supposed to be, before I, was able to actually start recording this episode today. Yeah, this is not gonna be the last episode. We've got this episode, one more quick one, and after that, I think there's gonna be one quick bonus episode showing off, a particularly notorious enemy that's found in one of the late dungeons of the game, and maybe one other thing. It's not going to be a particularly in-depth not going to be a particularly in-depth episode. It's just going to be a quick, random thing showing off the one very, very last challenge that we'll have after this final dungeon. That's assuming that we can get past these frost giants and frost wolves. I'm gonna cut the rest of this battle, honestly. See you in a sec. Okay, so with that out of the way, I believe this is where we're supposed to go. But there is a catch to going up this a ways, I think. Which maybe we'll see after we get rid of these zombie dragons. Gotta say, if there's one thing that you will be not accustomed to when restarting the playthrough of this game, it's the frickin' magic casting equipment. That shit is so goddamn helpful. But, you don't get the first piece until you're almost halfway through the game. And you don't get, half of it until you're almost done the game, which, I guess to be fair, the game wouldn't be challenging if you got it, super early, but it's also so good at saving you on spell charges that I kind of wish that some of this shit was available earlier, give me at least the mage staff right as soon as we get to the Earth Cave, because that way, by that point you have 3 different tiers of fire magic, but come on. I would like to save at least some of them. Alright. Do I want to use I'll just use a few potions. That should be fine enough. Go up here. Alright. One thing about this dungeon is that the layouts tend to be a lot more straightforward than... The layout of this dungeon tends to be a lot more straightforward than other dungeons. I think these worms here, these purple worms, are a enemy that's exclusive to this dungeon, but I don't remember exactly. Oops, excuse me. I had dinner right before recording this, can you tell? Man, Brian just does not care about the enemy's HP and defense stats. I love it so much. He's doing 500, 600 damage to everything. Which, honestly, that's what you need to get through a lot of the random encounters in this dungeon. As you've been seeing. Alright, 2,000 experience, that's nice. And after a quick thing of healing, at the very least, let's get me to above 300 HP. Move onward. And it looks like this is where we have to go. Alright. And we have green Medusas. These, I will say, I mentioned the floating castle as being a great place to grind if you're in need of experience for this late in the game. But these green Medusas here, they are probably the best source of experience, the best enemy to grind against in the floating castle, in my opinion, because they give about 1,200 experience a pop, and they're also pretty easy to kill. They don't have all that much HP for how late in the game you fight them. But then again, regular Medusas don't exactly have a lot of HP either. So, make of that what you will. Anyways, I think I have not been missing a whole lot of treasure so far. Keyword being think. Oh! These, 4 earth elementals. That's a thing to chew on. Let's cast Fire 2. Just regular old Fire 2. Brian bonk 1. Risa cast heal 2, just in case, and Lewis use the mage staff. Nice thing is that they are weak-ish to fire, so we can do a nice round of damage. Oh man, but they're still hitting so flippin' hard. I mean, they were already powerful enemies, like, way back when we fought them in the Earth Cave, but they're still doing, like, so much damage. I mean, I guess, to be fair, they attacked Lewis, who isn't known for being a defensive juggernaut. But yeah, they're still doing, like, more than single-digit damage to Brian, which is what I expect from a lot of enemies. Well, I mean, I guess 28 damage is not exactly a lot, but it's still. I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure that I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I expect like 15 damage from so many of the enemies at this point in the game on Brian, but come on. Hurry up, Willio. Alright, that's another one down. Another one bites the dust. And please let this be enough to finish. That was not enough to finish him off. And Brian swings at nothing. Good game design. Okay. I need to be cutting more battles as we encounter them, because I'm really not liking how long some of these battles are taking. So yeah, let's put that cutting ability into practice now. See you in a minute. You know what I don't fucking like? How bad of a time I am having running away from so many of the enemy encounters in this game. Like, it is ridiculous how often I am failing to run away from enemy encounters in this dungeon. Like, I was not having this much trouble with literally every other dungeon in the game. But here, it's like there's just some battles where the enemies do not want to let me run away, which is... No, that's fun. Okay, so there's nothing in that room. The altar does not have anything for us. But there is something a little bit downwards. And you probably already spotted the stairs there, which is where we have to go. But there's something that happens before it. And as soon as we're done with this battle, I can let you know what that is. Okay, so we go here, but you'll notice that the game is pigeonholing us into stepping on this space. That's because we have a booby trap. A boss booby trap. Yep, we have to fight the Lich again. Luckily, I think that the Lich... I don't remember if the Lich has as much HP as he did way back when we initially fought him. But he's actually not that much of a pain. He does have some new tools to play with, namely a lot of new instant death spells. But honestly, he's not any harder than he was when we initially fought him, and if you remember, we beat him pretty easily the last time, so I don't see why this time would necessarily be all that different. He's doing 9 damage to me. You know, 9 damage to my character, who, for reasons I cannot comprehend, has the worst defense out of everyone in this party. Yep, there we go. He did 9 damage to 1 character total. And he only gives us 500 points of experience. That being said, if you step off of this space and step back onto it, you will have to fight him again. So, be careful about that. I am going to, real quick, indulge in some potions. And get that out of the way. Now, I think that from here on out, we do have to start paying attention to treasure rooms. So be on the lookout for those. And be on the lookout for enemies and enemies and enemies. Luckily, I think these guys are not terribly hard to take out. Could probably just use all of my magic casting equipment and bop them. Well, so I thought, but games decided it doesn't want to make it that easy for me. And watching... I'm just sitting here watching the numbers tick down. People say I'm crazy. Going back to a game I don't actually know all that well for my first LP. People say I'm lazy, even though I'm uploading 3 times a week. And by people I mean the YouTube algorithm, which is not getting me any views. Making absolutely certain I don't get any views. I put in all the hashtags. I don't know why I just turned this section of commentary into a giant John Lennon reference. Okay, moving onward. Never mind. Or never mind to that never mind, because we have the ability to run away instantly. And I am debating on whether or not to indulge in my guide. Okay, that looks like where we have to go, actually. And I think that there are some treasures on this floor, so we may have to take a minute to see if we can try and find them. Excuse me, Grey Worms! Would you please kindly not do so much flippin' damage? Please and thank you? Good lord. Alright, that's... second of 5 uses of Cure 4. Hopefully we don't have to use any more. Give me just a second, I need to figure out where the hell I'm going. Okay, turns out it was a lot simpler than I thought. We just had to go down instead of going towards the stairway that we have to go. Excuse me, Mr. Agamas. I did not wish to be interrupted in the middle of my sentence. Anyways, we got a pro ring from the chest, which I honestly do not need. So that's going in the junk. And I think that the other treasure chest over here contains a pro cape. So it is much more useful. The last pro cape of 2, that's going on Lewis. And now he is officially all decked out with everything he needs. But if we follow this long pathway here and deal with these enemies here... Alright, while we were taking care of those Grey Worms, Brian got another level up, which is probably going to be the last level up he gets in this playthrough. Can I please get a sentence out without getting interrupted by more monsters? At least we're able to run now, which is nice. Alright, in this chest we get a nice stack of gold. I don't think that there's any equivalent treasure chest on the other side. I will cut away and go check. Alright, turns out there was a thing that was on this side. It just went in a slightly different direction than what I was thinking. More monsters. Nope. Not fighting. I ain't fighting ya. And if we follow this pathway... and pathway. That's a really stupid joke. But then again, if you know me, you know I enjoy my stupid dad jokes. Run away. Go through here. In this last chest, we get a katana. We went all the way for a piece of equipment that we can't use. Story of my life. I will see you back where we need to go. Man, it sure is nice to be fighting enemies that actually feel like allowing me to run, allowing me the privilege of being able to flee from battle and conserve my resources. I know I sound a lot saltier than I usually get with this game, but oh, this dungeon has been trying to rustle my jimmies. But anyways, step on this square, and we have to fight Carrie again. I am not going to bother fasting because I don't really think it's going to be all that necessary. I'm just going to attempt to fight these battles with as much of resource saving as I possibly can. He says immediately after Lewis almost gets completely one-shot by a single attack. Oh my lord. But luckily, what comes around goes around, and I think we should be able to knock her out in 2 attacks. Nope, not quite. I don't know if I actually want to use Cure for on him. Bollocks. Use Cure 2. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, well, that's the first death. That's the first death of this dungeon. I guess it doesn't actually matter all that much in the long run, but I was really hoping that we would not have to deal with that. Whatever, she's dead. And I have a life 2 spell, so... And it's 666 experience points. Yeah, that's real cute. Wait, hold on a second. You all saw that, right? I was able to cast Cure 4 and bring Lewis all the way back up to full health while he was still dead. That's not a thing that's supposed to happen, right? Why do I get the feeling that I just wasted a thing of a charge of life 2 and Cure 4? Why do I get the feeling that that is just what happened? Oy. Alright, can I please run away from this battle? Give me a moment. Can you actually believe that I went into this LP thinking that the Let's Play curse was not a thing? Mother of God.
Man, it sure is nice to be able to run away from enemy encounters,
he says right as soon as the enemies decide to stop allowing him to run away and decide to just hassle him completely. Oy. Man, I am really sounding salty in this recording. I don't get it. I mean, I do get it, actually, but it's just really funny to me. See, this is the Let's Play curse. The idea that as soon as you start recording a game, that's when your luck and your skill for everything just goes right out the fucking window. It's like I thought I could maybe avoid it, but But man, just every dungeon in this game has been giving me grief. Between the Earth Cave, the Earth Cave, the second visit, I didn't have such bad luck, but like the fucking sea shrine, I almost got party wiped by the Kraken, and I almost passed out. You know, the floating castle had the nuke incident with the evil man. You know, and now we're having just the shittiest time with enemy encounters in this final dungeon. I mean, I hope it's entertaining for you guys. I mean, I'll be honest, I am somewhat entertained by how hilariously bad my luck is, but you know, I want to finish this fucking game. Thank you very much. And I think what it is that I'm having to hunt for treasure right now. So I'm needing to be careful with scouring as much of this dungeon as I can. There's actually one very important piece of equipment that we have yet to find, which I don't remember if it's on this floor. I think it's on the next floor after this. But I could be wrong. Alright, thank you for running away on the first turn. So we go down here. I don't remember if this is where we have to go. Whoops. Okay. I guess we're fighting the Kraken now. Shit, I was not prepared for this. Ugh. And it bites too, because I wanted to give this guy, you know, the beating of his life for how much of a shit time I had fighting him the last time, but oy vey, that just does not seem like it's gonna happen. Especially with Brian doing a grand total of... Oh! Fuck you! Man. You know, when Brian's doing so little bloody damage... It's like I don't even remember the Kraken being, like, giving me this much shit in previous playthroughs. But it's like, in this playthrough, this Let's Play, like, he has just been out for my blood. Man. Right. No. Yep, he's just gonna assassinate every single one of my characters, and I can't use the fade spell because I need charges of life spells. Although I say that, and I'm already running low on charges of frickin' life spells. Well, at least he's doing something different this time instead of just mowing me down. Ugh. Come on, just die. Stop taking 100+ damage from Brian's attacks. Brian is a knight. He does obscene amounts of damage to everybody. I don't get why you feel like being a special snowflake, Mr. Kraken. Alright, there we go. That's more like it. Or at least that's what I'd be saying, except that, see, here's the thing. Because I didn't get all any, because I didn't get all, or rather, any of the treasures on this floor, I gotta fight him again, which, oh boy. I'm gonna have to fight him again at some point, but... Alright. I'm going to take a minute to look up locations of treasure on this floor so that I have an idea of where I'm going so I can get through it nice and quick. And that's my phone buzzing right into the microphone. Okay, so there's no more treasure on this floor. The, all of the treasures, there is no treasures on this floor. I did not need to step off the tile. So, yeah, I'm having to fight the fucking Kraken again for nothing. Give me a moment. Well, that battle with the Kraken went a lot easier, because I actually decided to use the fast spell, which is honestly what I should have done in that first encounter, although, frankly, with how much damage he was hitting for, I don't think that would have actually accomplished a whole lot of anything. But, yeah. Alright, onwards we go. Now this is the floor I was thinking of that has the important piece of equipment. Which we may not get to see because we'll have to be dealing with, enemies. Well, good news is we are all now level 31 from that battle. Okay, we're doing this now. So yeah, second fight against Tiamat. I learned my lesson from Kraken. Well, not the lesson of actually having HP on myself. Before going into this battle, but Lewis cast fast on Brian. I did not mean to trigger this battle if there was any doubt from you, dear viewers, but I guess we're doing it. Any luck? With any luck, it'll be over quickly, at least. Oh, that's not helpful at all. Yeah. Unfortunately, this fight against Tiamat, she no longer has the weakness to the Bane spell, so unfortunately you can't cheese the battle. Crap. I'm just gonna have to content myself with regular old heal 1 spells. Lewis, let's make things easier. Nuke him, or nuke her. 144 damage from nuke, because of course. Oh, you can use the Gas Dragon's poison ability. That is also fun. To think I'm gonna have to fight this again because I'm gonna have to go and hunt treasures down. Come on, guys, hang in there. Oh, no shit, ain't. 7 hits for 7 damage. Jesus Christ. I do not understand it. I do not understand it. Ice 3. Please. Critical hit. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Tiamat's down. Shame that once again I'm gonna have to fight her all over. That's a thing. So while I'm healing, I'm gonna again consult my guide just so I make sure to know where I'm going. So give me a moment. Okay, so what I actually wanted to do was follow the path downwards and not fight more frickin' rock golems. Please run away. So follow this path a ways. this a ways. Oh my god, the random encounter rate just will not let up, will it? Why am I not surprised? Okay, thank god. Okay, we want to find this little diagonal path leading down into the right. And follow it. And run away from vampires, even though, honestly, they might not actually be all that worth running away from. They might actually be worth fighting. Go into this room here. Singular treasure chest. And we get the Mazmune, aka... excuse me, if I can stop burping. The Masamune. The Masamune is the best weapon in the game, hands down. Not only does it have the highest damage stat of any weapon in the game, but it also can be equipped to any character class. So you can equip it to either of your mages if you want, you can equip it to the monk if you're feeling ballsy, and you can equip it to the ninja, the warrior, the red mage. You can do whatever you like. But let's be real, I'm giving it to my character because, well, Brian already has his Excalibur, he's doing nice and peachy with that, and my guy could probably use, just a little bit of a boost. But then, or rather, I should say, considering that the Red Wizard actually has an attack stat, a physical attack stat, makes sense to equip a good weapon to him so that he can actually make use of it. But anyways, fortunately, that is actually the last piece of treasure that we have to worry about for the rest of this dungeon. From here on out, it's a pretty straight shot to the end. But it does mean that I'm gonna have to fight Tiamat again, so pray for me, people. So I will see you once I have gone around and battled our favorite 8-headed dragon once again. So, see you in a sec. Alright, and with Tiamat out of the way, we go down this set of stairs, and we are at the bottom floor of the past Chaos Temple. Oh boy, it has been a long journey getting here. A long and difficult journey. And honestly, I did not think I would get here with all my resources intact, and let's be honest, I kind of didn't. I am pretty much out of heal potions, but honestly, I don't really need to be at absolute full health. I think that's good enough stats for where we are. But next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy I, we walk through these doors up here and confront the true ultimate enemy. My name is Zane, better known as the King Bahamut, and I will see you for the final episode of Final Fantasy I. At least until I have to record the bonus episode. See you next time!